Which are the common components of plant and animal cells? Plasma membrane. Okay. Which are the different ones? Plant cells, they have plastids, animal cells do not have. Use your brain power. How do the cells acquire different shapes? The cells, they acquire different shapes due to the presence of plasma membrane and cell wall. How are cells protected? Of course, the plasma membrane does not allow unwanted substances to enter in the cell. The cell wall of plant cell also protects the cell. Some protective proteins, they act against the harmful microbes. In this way, the cells are protected. What are the needs of cells? Cells need oxygen, they need nutrients, and they need water. Why? Next, microorganisms. What is meant by microorganisms? If you remember, before this you have studied that uh, organisms which cannot be seen with our eyes but can only be observed under a microscope, those are called as microorganisms. Categorize the following into two groups according to the size. So the two groups will be that which we cannot see with our naked eyes will be microscopic, okay, and the other one that we are able to see, okay, those will be macroscopic. So amoeba, paramecium, these are microscopic. Euglena, snail, elephant, pigeon, worms, these are big ones which we are able to see, so they are macroscopic. Observation and measurement of microorganisms. So keep a moistened piece of bread or bhakri. This activity all of you can perform at home. uh, Moisten, just sprinkle a few drops of water either on the chapati, just a quarter of, take a quarter of chapati, sprinkle a few drops, keep it in a closed container, take a plastic container so that you can observe the result since it is transparent. Observe it after 3 to 4 days. So you observe that some black colored growth has come on it, so it is a fungus. And take a drop of yogurt or buttermilk on a glass slide and observe it under a compound microscope. It also has microorganisms in it. Use your brain power. Can the point of a needle accommodate microorganisms? Yes. Why? Because microorganisms are very, very small in size, that we cannot see with naked eyes. And a point of needle we are able to see with the naked eyes, so they can be accommodated over there. Nature of microorganisms. You can see here all the different types of microorganisms. The shapes of cells, they show great variation, which is mainly related to their function: circular, rod shape, columnar, spiral, oval, rectangular. Okay. uh, so you can see them in different shapes also. And microorganisms, you are present everywhere. They are present in air, water, soil, food, sewage, garbage, and also in the bodies of plants, animals, and humans. Some of the microorganisms, they live singly, and some they live alone. Amoeba and paramecium, they live singly, while others they live in colonies. So microorganisms are prokaryotic cells. That means they lack bound cell membranes. They have microorganism has plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleoid. And microorganisms can be unicellular and multicellular. Microorganisms having a single cell, for example bacteria and virus, they are unicellular microorganism. And if a microorganisms they are having many cells, they become multicellular microorganism, for example fungus and algae. And each microorganism it needs specific environment for growth and reproduction. Many microbes they need oxygen for their growth, whereas some microbes can grow without oxygen. Some microorganisms survive even in extreme and adverse conditions like the ocean floor, ice in polar regions, hot water springs, etc. So during adverse conditions microorganisms form a thick cover around themselves and stop their life processes. On return of favorable conditions, they come out of the protective covering and continue their life processes. National Center for Cell Science, NCCS, Pune. This is an institute involved in the research in the field of cell science. That field is called as cytology. Where do microorganisms grow? Everywhere, as we have discussed. And the temperature they like to grow at mostly is 25 to 37. Nutritions they require specific nutrients. Example, algae will require chlorophyll, oxygen, and they grow mostly in moist, humid, and warm atmosphere. So, according to shape and life processes, microorganisms are classified as algae, fungi, protozoa, bacteria, and viruses. Thank you.